Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can generate a report. Time to time, you need to generate a report and send it to different people. So let me show you how you can generate a report. You can generate a report from different modules with some predefined conditions. Uh, like for example, if you go to test lab or you go test plan, in all these modules there is a analysis menu. From here you can create some predefined reports. For example, for say for failed test run, if you want to see, you can generate a report. um, Same with like from test plan, you can also generate some predefined reports from here. But if you want to generate a say custom report, then you can do it from under the dashboard from analysis view module. So let's go to analysis view module. So if you go to analysis view module, you can see there are two folders there. One is private and another one is public. So the once you report created in the private folder is going to be only accessible by you, and the public folder you can create reports and you can share. So let me show you how you can create a custom report in under this analysis view module. To create a report, first what I need to do, I need to create a new folder to organize my reports. So I will say a name, say new um, reports. Yes, a new reports. You can give any other name. So click OK. So this new reports folder is created under private. So I'm just creating this report just for my purpose. So now I want to add a report under this new reports folder. So you can do it in two ways. You can either click this arrow next to this new item button. That will give you the option what you want to create. So you can select this new project report, this option from here, or you can go to analysis uh, at the top bar, and then you can from this menu you can select new project report, this option. So or you can right click here and you can also like go new project reports, you can create from here as well. So let me do like this may be the most common way, like you can create this area arrow from this icon and then select new project report. So now it's asking for a project report name. So I'm going to create a custom report where you can see all the failed test run, and I also want to include the test steps which are failed. So this way you have a report where people can see which test cases actually failed and what steps are failed. So let's give this a name, like say test runs, say failed, then click OK. So now you see this report is created under this new reports folder. Now on your right side this panel under the configuration, here actually you need to provide different information for your report, and you can generate report from here or you can preview your report before you generate. So first what I am to do, as this is currently there is no information in this report, I want to add few report section. So here in button in bar, this button, if you can see this called add report section. So if you click this, so you can see the different types of section you can add. And so what we want to do, we want to yes, we want to see the which as the answer failed, so you select runs and then click OK. So now if we generate this report, this will show us all the test runs that we done in this project for this Marketing Tools application. So you can click a preview and you can see the preview of this report. But before that, if you go to in document, you can see there are a couple of options that you can define the output format of your reports. Either it can be HTML, docx, doc, or PDF file. So let's say first we want to create a PDF file, then we will create a Word document. So select PDF from here, and so document templates, this is document templates is selected, and the style, this template, this is going to be used as a style templates. And as a history, we'll keep the same, the history template. So let me give you a little bit details about these different templates, and why are these templates are here, and what's the use of these templates. So in the document template, it defines fields on the on the report, like title page, headers and footers, page orientation, and other document layout settings. The style template, it defines the formatting of report elements like tables, headings, and paragraphs. And the history template, what it do is define the style in which the history information is displayed in report section. So we pretty much take all the default template is given for this report. And now if you select this runs, this section, under this there are few more, you see template details, the project template. So there are three templates you have. We're going to go for this. There is a simple one, so we're going to one more details. So run template, we'll select this. And then so let me show you a preview first, then I will show you how you can use this filter option to further filter, because right now if we generate this report, it will show all the test runs is we done before, but we want only those which are failed. So let me show you a preview of this report. So now you can see the preview of this report. You can see test runs failed, this and the project. These are all defaults information is taken. You can modify this information. I will show you how you can do it. So this is a PDF file, how it is going to be look when you're going to generate this this report. So now you can see you have all the run ID and all the details here, test case name and the status, if it is failed or even it is passed, it is still pass fail, both test cases, test runs are here. So this is the preview of the report. So let's do one thing. Let's first, but I told you, we don't not only want the runs, we also want the steps which are failed. So for doing, if you want to do that, what you have to do, you have to add another subsection under runs. So if you click run and to add another section, you will get further um, options for adding a report sections. But you can see here we have very limited options. So we want to add run steps, so we select run steps and click OK. So now under the runs we add another run steps subsection, and now uh, what we want to see what are the templates going to use for this run steps. So again, run steps template going to be used. um, and we also want to include only the steps which are failed. So now if you want to see the preview, you can see now we have the run and the run steps, both we have both here. Okay, so we want to do further modification in this report. So what we want to do, we want to now add a filter. So here if you see this section, here you can define your filters. So when you click that filter button, add filter button, so you can see there are a bunch of field names, so where you can set your filters. So what we want, the status this filter need to be set as a failed. Click OK and click OK. So now it will show only the runs which are failed, but it will also show all the steps which are even passed or failed. So we want to further do filtering here for the run steps. So for run steps, here this button set filter, so, and here also the status we want to set it to failed. Then click OK. So now both status is set to failed. Now if you want to see the preview of this report, now you can see now we only have the test runs which are failed only, and the step names which are only failed. Now you see the step name step 3. So now only the steps, only the test runs which are failed, and the steps which actually cause this test run to fail. So you can see. So we do further refine the information, so it will make the report much more easier to read, to find out which is actually the problem with that run. So this is the preview, and well, I want to do further modification. Like as you can see that the project it is just showing the project name as, so we want to put a real meaningful project name, which is like Mercari 2 Mercari 2 project. And the title one to say failed test runs. Don't want any summary, just remove it. Author is test user, so you click OK. So you modify the document template. Now you see that the front page will have much more meaningful information there. So now if you want to see preview, so your preview will look like this. Now you can see Mercari Tools project, test runs fails, taking that report name and put a failed test runs with the report name we put here. Owner is the test user. So you can see now is getting more useful. Now we want to do little bit more modification that will make it easier to further read this report. We want to switch, if you go test run steps, under this section, if you go to project template, we want to change the project template to tabular template, which will give you a table kind of view, which will be easy to read. So now if you click the preview, you can now see, now you have better view. You can see the failed status on the test runs, the red mark. You can see the which steps are failed, and you can easily now, and it will, the report will get much smaller and easier to read. Okay, so now we are almost done. So now what we going to do, we going to generate this report. So when you're done, you can click this generate button. That will generate the full report. So now you can see quality center is working. So now we have the full report. You can see now we have a full report. So the test runs which are failed and the steps which causes those test runs to fail. Now you have all this report. Now you can save this PDF file. You can put it on your desktop. Save test reports. So now you can save it. Let me show you one more thing, how you can create a similar Word report from this. So the output format, now let's select to doc. Now click generate. Okay, now we have a Microsoft Word report. So we can send this to people to see all this information. Okay, you can now now you can save this report file, save as. Now you can put in desktop. Test runs failed. Save here. So this report is saved. Now if you go back to your desktop in test reports, so you have a PDF report and a Word report. So now you can share these reports with other people to show them like which test runs are failed and which steps actually cause those test runs to fail. So we come to the end to this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.